That's just looked at me, nodded his head. They got dressed, go to school. So I dropped them off at school. I went to the office and I let them know, I informed them that no one is allowed to pick them up, and I want to take Darien Culture off their pickup list. They removed them. So I'm like, all right, he can't pick up the kids from school. And if he does try to come to that school and pick them up, I'm going to know. You know, because they're going to alert me and let me know that he's going to the school to pick them up. Because I still have to go to work. So I had to drop the kids off at school, take Kion to daycare, and then I go to work. When I'm at work, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, how did I not know that he saw my location? Why didn't I get the alert that he saw my location? Like, why didn't I get the alert? So I'm there, and then around like 11:30, I get my first call from D for the morning. Hadn't called me since I talked to him the night prior, and he wanted me to DoorDash him some food. Hadn't talked to him since then, you know. So he called me. I walk out the exam room because I had literally just finished a patient. I answered. I was like, hold on, let me walk outside. I go outside. I was like, hello. He was like, so how was your night, honey? I'm like, it was good. It was cool. And he was just like, where are you? I was like, I'm at the doctor's office. He was like, oh yeah, I saw that you was at the emergency room. I said, what's up? He was like, you okay? I said, I'm fine. You know, I had my appointment today. It's Monday. Because at this point, he thought that on Mondays and some Fridays, I go to my doctor's appointments. That's just how much this nigga really wasn't paying attention to me. Because why am I going to the doctor every week, 2 times a week, when I'm no longer doing treatments? Yeah, I'm going to let that, yeah. So he was just like, so I was thinking, I overreacted. And I'm ready for us to sit down and talk. I was like, okay. And he was like, and you do not have to worry. I'm not going to put my hands on you or anything, but we do need to talk about how we're in the red and how we can get out of the red. Because if we don't get out of the red, we're going to lose everything that we've been working for. Like, everything. I was like, I know. He's like, and it's the first. Were you able to get some of the bills paid? And I was like, I can start paying them. I wasn't sure if you wanted me to pay them just based off of our last conversation. He was like, yeah, you can pay them, but it's just going to eat our account and we're not going to have anything. And I was like, so you don't want me to pay them? He was just like, yes, I want you to pay them, but I just need you to be smart with paying bills. And I'm like, what? Oh, huh? Be smart with paying bills. That's what I'm doing, but oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, D. All right. He was like, look, and I want you to know that I gave you the night. Like, yes, I was upset that you left with my kids, because how the fuck you try to take my kids from me? You know how I feel about having my kids around. But I respect the fact that you felt like you needed a break, and I hope you got the break that you needed. Like, I hope you got the break that you needed. And I was like, yes. He's like, so now, but we got to get back to business, okay? So when you come home, like, I need you back on a good foot. You got your little break, but I need you back on a good foot, okay? Because you got clients too. And I thought about it, I'm just like, at that point I was training, but most of my clients were remote clients. I only had one client that I was training face to face, and that was on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm just like, okay, all right, D, you're right. I'm gonna get everything. And he was just like, I need you to make sure that these payments go through, because you know it's the first, and we got some payments rolling in. And I was like, okay, D, all right, I'll get it going. And he was just like, oh, and by the way, I just want to let you know, I just want to say thank you. And I was like, thank you? He was like, yeah, for my truck payment. And I'm like, I didn't make a payment on your truck. He said, no, I did, but I used your card, you know, the one that was saved on file. I was like, my 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 card wasn't saved on file there. He said, oh, I took a picture of it because I let you know that since we was in the red and I know you had a little money, so I went on and paid the truck note for you, okay? That was okay, right? And I'm like, yeah, D, that was fine. And he was like, and I need you to pay the rent. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pay it. I said, oh, okay, I'm gonna pay it. I pay it. He was like, it's money still in the Chase bank account, the business bank account. Like, use that money to pay the rent, and then we can just figure out, what the gym situation and all that. And I'm just like, okay, D, all right. And he was like, all right, honey, I'll see you when I get off work, okay? Just know I love you and I miss you and I can't wait to see you. I'm like, okay, D, all right. So I hang up the phone and I check my account. Sure enough, he had paid his truck note with my debit card. So I was minus $670. So I'm just like, all right, I ain't gonna trip on it too much. I'm gonna leave that like that is. It's fine. I'm gonna let that go. Fuck it. So as the day go by, D called me again at around like 2. He was like, hey, I talked to the contractors. We need to make that payment. And I was just like, okay, D, I know. It's the first. I know. And he said, did you take care of the rent? And I'm like, yeah, I did. He's like, oh, because I just didn't get that confirmation from the landlord saying that it was received. I'm like, okay, D, I did. I'm gonna look and see if it's, if it went through or if it's pending. He was like, okay, all right. I was just checking on it. I see when you get off work. I was like, okay, all right. And I was like, wait, see me when I get off work. He was like, you dashing, ain't you? And I was like, yes. Yeah. He said, yeah, because I saw the car move at around like 12. And I was like, oh, yeah. I started dashing. He was like, all right, I'll see you when you get off home. Get off. Get done. Like, okay. And in my head, I'm like, why you said it like that? I see you when I get off, get home, get done. I'm like, does he know that I'm working? And just trying to play dumb with me right now? Or is he trying to pull a me on me and try to make me snitch on myself? Like, is that what it is? But I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to dig too much into it. Like, I'm not. So, I'm sitting there. And I'm just like, okay. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do. He gave me a day. My account is being depleted. So I have to DoorDash. I'm going to have to DoorDash. So I get off work, pick up the kids, and as we're driving to the house, like, we were laughing and, we were just singing while we was in the car. But as we got close to the house, I noticed all the singing stopped. And the kids just got just quiet in the back. Like, they was just quiet back there. And I was just like, y'all okay? And I look at Jackson and he just looked so sad the closer we got to the house. So I backed into the driveway, parked the car, and they started to take their seatbelts off. And I'm just like, y'all hold up for a second. And I looked at Jax and he looked at me. I was like, you okay? He's like, I'm fine, Mom. And I was like, I'm figuring it out, Jax. I'm figuring it out. He's like, I know. I was like, you know what? Y'all stay in the car. I'm going to be right back. I'm just running the house right quick, and I'm going to come right back out, okay? But stay in the car. And Jackson just kind of like looked at me, And then I was just like, trust me, I'm coming right back. Just stay in the car. He was like, okay. So I got out the house. I got out the car, walked up the stairs. And as I was walking upstairs, of course, our little Vivid camera, it sent me an alert that, somebody was detected at the front door. So I'm like, okay, I know D got that alert that I'm here. So I'm walking in the house. I unlocked the door, walking in the house, and I'm thinking like, okay, what am I going to do? Like, what is this? And as I walk in, I was like, let me see if I can find the burner.